Dr. Robert Malone has the term fifth generation psychological warfare, which I find fascinating when he really dives into it. And besides the censorship you're speaking of, Steve, when you look at all of the different tactics that were used and the language and the repetition, not to mention the advertising dollars spent by some of these organizations, to push that vaccine, just curious for your thoughts on a lot of the ideas that Robert puts out around this psychological warfare.
Yeah, I haven't delved into that because I didn't want to veer into, anywhere close to conspiracy theories about, people doing this deliberately and so forth. There's clearly stuff going on here with lots of organizations within the United States government coordinating and collaborating to deliberately censor people, and they don't like the speech. Now, are they doing this because they want to kill people? No. I think that virtually all of the people who are engaged in these tactics actually believe that the vaccines are safe and effective, and they actually believe that they're doing the right thing by trying to deplatform people like me and prevent the things that I'm talking about to be heard by Americans and people all over the world. So I think most people, 99.99% of people are not involved in sort of deliberately trying to mislead people. But there are certainly the people who have been misled then are participating in this effort to make sure that you don't hear from the other side. Like, key messages are, like this study that was done by the control group. And that was replicated by other groups as well after that. They don't want those messages to get out. And so they'll do everything they can to try to condition people into believing that that's just not the case. And it's effective. There's still a lot of people who are still getting the shots. Fortunately, it's fewer and fewer people. That we're probably down to single digits for people who are getting the latest vaccine and believing in this. And the reason isn't because of that they've done a great job in the propaganda, which they have done. They have done a great job in the propaganda. The reason people are not getting these shots is because people are waking up, and what's waking people up is not necessarily people like me, but it's seeing what's happening to their friends or themselves. So people are either getting injured or they're seeing other people around them dying at a rate that they have never seen before, such as people dropping on the sports field. And there was a recent event where I think it was footballers, and it was like 3 in a day, or it was like 3 in a week, that this is the third footballer to drop on the field in a week. Never even close to that in history. And yet there are people who write papers saying, well, gee, these people are dropping on the field. It's been happening forever, and you're just realizing it now, and it's just an awareness issue, when in fact it's not an awareness issue at all. And they're trying to gaslight people. And I think they're doing it the people who do this are doing it because they actually believe, the medical community, that it's safe and effective. Now, there are lots of people in the medical community who realize what's going on here, but they're afraid to speak out because they're going to lose their job, they're going to lose their hospital privileges, and they're going to lose their license to practice medicine if they speak out, because they look at other people who have spoken out and they've looked at what's happened to those people, and they say, whoa, if I challenge the status quo, that's going to happen to me. And this is why you have so much silence coming from the medical community of people refusing to challenge this, because they know what the repercussions are. The repercussions are you're going to lose your ability to earn a living for your family. And people are not willing to make that choice. So they choose to remain silent. And then there, of course, the other part of it, there's the 50% plus or minus that still believe that all of these morbidity and mortality that they're seeing, they just believe that, that they're just getting unlucky and they're seeing this in their practice, but it's not happening anywhere else, because if it was, it'd be on CNN. And so everybody is seeing these numbers increase, these myocarditis cases. You know, cardiologists never used to see myocarditis in kids before, because the average cardiologist doesn't see 100,000 kids. Now cardiologists are seeing, after the vaccines rolled out, cardiologists are seeing their first cases of myocarditis in kids. How can that happen? This didn't happen during COVID. It only happened when the vaccines rolled out that the cardiologists started seeing kids with myocarditis. That means that it's the vaccine that is causing these cases of myocarditis. And yet people are still being gaslit into believing that the number of cases of myocarditis caused by the virus is greater than that caused by the vaccine. And that is simply not the case. But without people talking to their cardiologist to say, hey, how many cases did you see during COVID versus how many cases did you see after COVID? People just don't do that. They just believe what they're seeing in the literature, which is completely fraudulent.
So Jim Rickards has just recorded a video that's not available to anyone in the public, and he's going to be talking about how this upcoming recession is going to be fast, it's going to be bloody, it's going to be nasty. But at the same time, he's going to show you how you can position yourself to profit from all of this chaos. Now, we've made this video only available to our viewers. Go to londonreal.tv/Jim. Watch that immediately. I can't say enough good things about Jim Rickards. He understands the global economic system better than any guest I've ever had on London Real. His predictions are almost uncannily true, and you can learn how to profit from his vision, from his expertise, and his understanding of economics. So go to londonreal.tv/Jim or click the link below. It's an excellent, excellent look on what's going to happen in the future and how you can position yourself to profit from that. Jim is one of the best in the business, one of my favorite guests on London Real, and he's very, very good at predicting the future and showing us all to profit from it. So click the link, and I hope you enjoy. I'm looking for partners, collaborators, colleagues who want to join forces with me around the globe and create real value, generational wealth, and financial freedom for everyone else around the world. Get involved in the cryptocurrency markets, get involved in the NFT markets. This is your moment. Life all comes down to a few moments. Don't let this pass. Now it's not too late. Next year's going to be too late. Ultimately, this is about freedom. That's the way I see it. This is about giving power back to the people and enabling billions of people worldwide to use the financial markets to improve their lives and those of their friends and their families and their communities. Honestly, I think it's a violation of human rights not to allow people basic access to financial services. Because right now people are being kept in the dark, they're being robbed of education, and it's a travesty. And so I'm looking for people that want to join me and be a part of this solution. And that all happens inside the DeFi Academy. The gains my students are making are absolutely amazing. Double, triple digit gains in the first month alone. That's amazing. This will change your life. Now is the time to get involved. I'm going to tell you exactly how my students in my academy made money in the last 30 days. I'm talking about real trading results. And let me just whet your appetite a little bit. Let me hit you with some numbers. I'm talking Brendan from New Zealand is up 68.77% on the month. Steve from Europe up 83%. Albert in Singapore up 169.9% on one single trade. I got Susan up 153% on her call options alone, also rocking 139% returns and 442% returns as well on individual trades. These are people that are changing their financial future in the last 30 days, but it's based on trading discipline.
I've graduated over 500 students from inside my academy from over 54 countries around the world. It's amazing. When it comes to crypto, DeFi, and blockchain, we love this space. We truly believe it's the future. This is down to our core. It's authentic to what we're doing, and everybody can tell through the camera because you can't make this stuff up.
If you're watching me now, wherever you are, I implore you, take 60 seconds right now and join my academy. Apply today. Now you've got a chance. Life all comes down to a few moments. What are you going to do? What's the choice that you're going to make? Hi, it's Brian Rose from London Real. You probably know that we've just recently been re-platformed on YouTube after 25 months completely in the dark. The truth is, I really need your help. What I really need you to do is click on that subscribe button right now, like this video, and maybe even leave a comment or share the link with friends. We're really fighting against an algorithm that's tried to keep us quiet for so long. And the more subscribers we have, the more people watch our content, the better guests we can bring you, the better content, and we can continue transforming lives. We've been doing this for 14 years now. I want to do this for another 14 years, but I really need your help. So click on that subscribe button, like the video, leave a comment, share this, and we're going to continue to bring you more and more great content. Thank you. Most people will never see this opportunity. Dubai luxury transformation projects have historically delivered 40 to 90% annual returns. That is incredible. These were once reserved only for insiders with access. I spent 15 years on Wall Street and I learned this: the biggest returns always go to the people who get the call first. Now, you finally can. We've just received a brand new project with major upside potential. Allocations move fast. Click the link, apply now, and speak to my team. This is your chance to see what others never will.